The 24th Air Force is the newest numbered Air Force. This is the first ever unit designated for the sole purpose of cyberspace operations. We're here at Lackland Air Force Base, Texas, home of 2 of the 3 wings under the 24th. Let's head inside and meet today's cyber warriors.
I want to be a part of something big, and it's going to be a part of the greatest military power on the planet. I want to be a part of that.
Space Command has the ability to influence what all of DoD does for the future.
And I feel honored just having a small rank as I have, just being a part of this program. It's overwhelming.
With testing, with technology, if you don't have the right people, you're not influencing it.
I think we lead the way as far as the other services go.
What we do, I think, is important today because it saves money. We have to have a currently fielded system, something that's already in the inventory now, and we're just finding a new or novel way of using it in a way that can counter a new threat.
You have so much knowledge and so much experience at your beck and call on a daily basis.
You hear a lot about DoD networks being attacked hundreds of times a day, and so we actually develop network defense tactics that'll help network defense operators deal with those threats and those attacks effectively on a day-to-day basis.
The people that want to do this are people that like to be challenged and like to come up against technologies that they haven't seen before and learn it and beat it, and then the next day move on to the next challenge.
It's more of a family type environment. You know, everyone's really close. It's almost like working with your brothers and sisters.
I'm proud to support the AFB mission. I'm proud to support the Air Force mission the way I do.
We need to make sure that we control all the battle space, whether it's air, land, sea, and now cyberspace.
The neat thing again about cyberspace is the young folks coming into the Air Force today and the young folks coming to my wing today are far better postured just through their understanding of technology and their integration of massive amounts of information into their daily lives. They're far better prepared to conduct operations in cyberspace than I was, when I came in the Air Force.
With today's technology, information and communications can be optimized like never before. The 24th stood up under Air Force Space Command to defend the global information grid.
If you've got intelligence data, analysis, things like that need to get out through cyber to the warfighter to the front, through reach back or through the internet, whatever we have, we make it possible.
It's a new battle space, and it's constantly changing.
Having just returned from a deployment, I know all of our senior leaders spent a considerable amount of time on knowing that, one, that their networks would be available, but also to look at what our adversaries were attempting to do with our networks.
Cyberspace attacks can occur on an individual basis.
The problems that can happen with the cyber attacks and people losing their identities, to be involved with this fight against those malicious actors, it's incredible because you think of war, you think boots on the ground over in Afghanistan, but there's a different war going on.
This is important for the Air Force primarily because we're testing what's being implemented into the Air Force. The way it used to be, people would come out the product, put it on the network, and it'd have open up loopholes. People come in and attack us. Now we've implemented a testing procedure where we can test this product, make sure there's no loopholes, let's open it up.
So the fact that before we were just concerned about information or access to the information through a utility, through a communications architecture or communications pipe is one thing. What we've realized is that is a domain in and of itself. And treating it as a domain and understanding the relevance and importance of that information is what's been absolutely critical to the integration of cyber with space and the integration of cyberspace with combat operations.
Because of the wide use of cyberspace and the dependence on it, the Department of Defense has an inherent vulnerability.
The cyber domain is a domain that any number of enemies have low cost of entry.
And that's why it's vital to defend it properly. Reporting from Lackland Air Force Base in San Antonio, Texas, I'm Krista Knaus.